Hi Leo, welcome to your mid-August 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Reina here, just shuffling the cards. Yes, I'm back to my plaid Rider-Waite deck. So, it's been a while since I've used this deck. I'll tell you, this is how I started. So it's a throwback. Okay, and then I do this one. Okay. So we have just come from what seems like from a lot of people's experience, a very intense full moon in Aquarius, which I think a lot of people might have taken them by surprise because Aquarius is such a detached sign. But I was feeling it even before that date, and I was trying to figure out, like, just with my own natal chart, like, what's going on here, you know? But for whatever reason, it really did seem to affect a lot of people. For you, this is your opposite sign, so it may very well have impacted your relationship sector, and certainly with this reading seems to go along with that. Excuse me, because the heart of the matter is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is, you know, obviously related to these kinds of committed partnerships, or just the idea of commitment, the idea of becoming lovers with somebody. So going from that, transitioning from a more platonic type of relationship to something that is more intimate. And for some, you know, this can be about commitment issues, whether or not to actually commit to somebody or to stay committed. This is a card of choice, and it's also connected to Gemini. So this may have come up for you in one way, shape, or form, even with business partnerships. The 7th house is about all types of partnerships, one-on-one relationships. So however that shakes out for you personally. In the past position, we have the 9 of Cups, and it, you know, this is one of those cards that can go either way. Either, you know, maybe you've had your fill of a lot of kind of fun and games, and you want to settle down and that kind of thing, or you simply can mean that you are, if this is about parting ways, that you have had some success in your life recently, and you realize you don't have to be stuck in a relationship that doesn't serve you anymore. And maybe for a long time you were in a position where you were more dependent on somebody, or simply excuse me, you're the first reading I'm doing, so exercising my vocal cords. But maybe, you know, you were in a position where you didn't have that kind of validation in your life in other areas, and so you kind of just thought that this was as good as it gets, and now you realize that you deserve a lot more. So it could be like personal growth and things like that. The higher message is the Hierophant, and this is about bringing God into the equation. So seeing life as more than just these mundane events strung together, but seeing that there is there's a point to all of this. So if you're in a situation where you feel that it doesn't make any sense, it's just like kind of negative, then it makes sense that you might let go of that relationship. Also, committing to somebody. This may be a feeling of wanting to be traditional. And we have to remember that even if somebody is a sun in Leo, they may have Venus in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer, which is a very traditional sign. And it may be that you have a religious belief, or even if it's not, you're not going to a certain type of church, for instance, that it still is something that you feel is the right thing to do for whatever reason. So, whether it's becoming intimate with somebody and feeling that marriage goes along with that, there's so many possibilities, but the bottom line is that for some people this is something that they realize is very important to them. On the other hand, this can be a situation where you realize that something is not as important as you were conditioned to believe. I mean, it could be the exact opposite, because sometimes the Hierophant can be about kind of breaking free of tradition and challenging that tradition that we just kind of do automatically. So either way, it can be a situation like that. What crosses you is the Eight of Wands, which is a card of forward movement. And so perhaps, there have been delays. Maybe you are planning a wedding and there's some kind of delay. Your partner is indisposed at the moment, working far away. There is some red tape that you have to get over. There can be just something that is preventing the ability of the two of you to just kind of like make something happen, because in the upright position, it can be like this sense of things happening very quickly. So it can also be just internalized, where you are hesitating, you are doubting this. And so an example would be you're making wedding plans, but you're kind of dragging your feet, because even though you've committed, there's a part of you that's worried. Even though I think like Leos are the most romantic of all the fire signs, fire energy is very expansive, and that goes along with loving freedom, the idea of expansion. So I could see a Leo person kind of being a little bit hesitant to commit, even if they love somebody dearly, because they don't want to lose their ability to do certain things and experience certain things, and especially if they're with somebody who is much more demanding in that sense. If they're with a fire sign or an air sign, chances are that person is going to support their freedom. But with a water sign or an earth sign, there might be more of that desire to, contain the Leo, and so that might make the person ambivalent a little bit for, in moving forward. But see, this is what I was really referring to, because we have so many cards that support marriage here, because the Ten of Cups, this is what's coming in, is a card of marriage, but this is also family life, but happy family life, family joy. The pot at the end of the rainbow, symbolizing that your dreams coming true, something that you have wanted. Maybe this is the love of your life that you have met and that you are very excited about. And I'm trying to see if this can be anything connected to like other areas of life. I would say maybe a business partnership. But other than that, it's really hard for me to not see it as a personal relationship. And the outcome is the Page of Cups, which is a card of new beginnings, in that new phase. where love is taking center stage, because cups are connected to your emotions. And so this may be kind of a spiritual connection, and this may be something where with the Eight of Wands, it's kind of forcing you to take it slowly. And maybe it is your typical way of doing things, Leo, that you want to just like, let's do this, cut to the chase. But really, this is the best thing for you, because you're going to get to know this person inside and out, instead of just a superficial type of relationship. And there's like a soul connection there. So yeah, I feel really good about these cards. I mean, I realize this is just a general reading, but still, it's kind of neat to get this kind of thing going on. So anyway, I hope that this is true for you. And I also want to wish those of you who are born in August, happy birthday. And if you'd like a look at the year ahead, or any other type, my astrology readings, the natal chart interpretations, please click on the link below. And thank you for watching so much. Take care. Bye.